Hello, this is Ted Hicks from Late Night Parents. LateNightParents.com is the site to go to. That's the website we've been promoting for the last 10 years. So if you do get a chance, go to the website. You'll see what we've done to it. On top of that, a lot of stuff to get into. Did not want to do a show to go against that happens to go against the same timeline as tonight's Knicks game. Knicks against the Atlanta Hawks.
Knicks
in 6.
Knicks.
I'm calling Knicks in 6. Tony
Knicks.
D's in the building.
What's good, people? Appreciate you as always, homie.
Always, man. I saw you on the Crap is Rap. Is Rap Crap?
Hip hop.
Is hip hop dead? I think Nas asked that question about, I don't know, about 10 years ago.
Yeah, he did a CD.
How you doing?
He did a CD called Hip Hop is Dead. We got a hip hop to crap discussion. That's got to be done.
You know, that definitely has to happen.
I refuse to let that conversation be over.
Tina, thank you for subscribing.
Brian, what's good, Brian?
What's going on, Brian? Hope you're doing well on this Sunday fun day.
Watch that weather down there too, Brian. I see it. Watch that weather, bro.
Yeah, man. It's a lot. But so today's topic is, did crypto die?
No. Keep going.
And being transparent and honest, that's clickbait.
Woo! You went there.
It's true clickbait. There's nothing else to it. Hold on. This is how I feel about it. While it's not dead, it's tricky. It's really tricky. That's what I feel about.
You went right DMC on us and said it's tricky.
Brian is going to the store. Brian, what are you getting from the store? You can't buy crypto at the store, or at least not yet. Not until Elon Musk tells us so, or the government sponsors it.
Shots fired.
Hey, so a lot of stuff. Let me get into the non-crypto related stuff. I want to talk about. Microsoft is pulling the plug on Internet Explorer, the internet browser that won't die.
I saw that.
Support going away. Everything, all the good pieces of IE being kind of thrown into the Edge web browser. Hey, I've been supporting Internet Explorer since like 1996. I just want to keep it 100 with you, Tony.
Yeah, let me ask
I've been supporting that browser since then.
You are information technology. Edge has been tough. Edge is kind of tough on the security, which I can respect, but I think it's going to mess up a lot of things that people do and use. So is this really a good thing or not?
I definitely is a good thing. Definitely is a good thing. Okay. Because the problem is when these operating systems or these applications are available and they're receiving support, and support meaning, are they receiving service patches? Are they receiving updates, security updates? Or is there a team looking at different flaws within the application? When you got a full group of developers looking at it, that's one thing. But when the next iteration or the next, version of that product comes out, and the team is scaled back, and the answer to most problems that you have is upgrade, that's when, if you notice in the past, Microsoft kind of is like, hey, you got to upgrade. Here's our answer to your problem. Because, and these are for people that don't have like Microsoft support. If you don't have Microsoft support, because a lot of times if you call Microsoft, it's $180 just to swipe your card for them to listen to your question.
And it's a busy signal.
So you gotta be able to move forward. Brian says he has 2 chicken breasts seasoned and soon to smoke. He's getting Brussels sprouts to saute for tonight and food for the week. Smart man. Because you know what he's doing?
Yeah,
He's
preparing for
getting
the
his
week.
lunch ready, hopefully, for the week.
That's what I'm trying to do tonight. I got to cook some steaks. I'm going to do some ground turkey, make some
Who
cheese
wants to
dip.
pay? Who wants to pay for these $20 and $25 lunches?
We don't, but we do.
How do you sustain?
Yeah.
How do you sustain? So that's the deal with Internet Explorer and web browsers. Mm-hmm. So now, here's my little soliloquy on did crypto die? Mm-hmm. So if you are a crypto speculator, not named Tony D, or not named the 1,000,001 crypto experts that are on this platform, or you're a newbie, or a get-rich-quick thrill seeker, you can stop listening right now. I think if you are thinking about the future, the silver lining to this past week is that the battle lines are clearly drawn. Big government around the world has identified the threat that DeFi poses to their economical futures as well as their ability to govern.
I see that.
As the saying goes, a few trillion here, a few trillion there. After a while, it adds up to real money. Just how much wealth can be tied up into, state token minting operations before a central bank notices a dip in the money supply. How is it likely for you to leave money on deposit in an FDIC insured account when every second it sits there, its spending power is diminished by inflation and government-controlled monetary policies you have zero control over?
I have nothing else.
People who are in the taxation and money business are hyper aware of the threat.
I have nothing to say.
I just want to say
that was a very brilliant breakdown. Keep going.
Speculators, newbies, and get rich quick thrill seekers got their asses handed to them this last week. They won't be back anytime soon, and next time we see them, they will be better prepared to invest. Why? Layer 2 solutions are almost here. And when they're fully functional, they promise lower transaction costs, faster transaction times, and massive reduction in energy use. Tony D, I mentioned energy efficiency last night. NFTs are getting people acquainted to digital wallets, marketplaces, and exchanges. Everyone learned to use a mouse by playing solitaire on their computer. We will learn the world of DeFi through sports, music, and entertainment NFTs. I will leave it there. Tony D, show's over. It's done. Crypto's dead. Did crypto die? It died with hip hop. That's it. So for Tony D, for Dizzy, for James, for my friend Mr. Brandt, who's also on here, and everyone else, it's over. Game over. That's it. Done. See ya. I'm cutting off my mic.
I don't think so.
Go ahead, Tony.
Hell of an explanation. Hell of a description as to what's going on. I don't think it's dead. Mainly because Bitcoin lasted this long. Companies are accepting Bitcoin. They're starting to accept Ethereum. Excuse me a second. They are going to accept XRP. So I don't think that crypto's dead anytime soon. I really don't. But what you said makes total sense. The world banks are not going to allow decentralized banking to take out what they have by stereotype, by conspiracy theory, by any explanation or stretch of the brain or understanding of the system that we have right now. However, they are going to keep trying to work on decentralized financing because people are tired of paying banking fees for their own money. We now have a system set in place to where wherever we put our money, we get it back. No crimes, no problems, no penalties, no fees, no transaction costs. I like what you're saying. I'm good with what you're saying. We're going to see. I would say that it's not dead because the market hasn't totally dropped yet. All it's doing is going back to where it was in the first place. And that comes from something that I found out yesterday. These companies were making a bunch of coins that weren't worth a damn, making money off of it. They got caught, so now they're dumping what they have to save themselves, which is why the market's dropping. if you have crypto, and I told everybody last year, hold on to it. I told everybody this is going to be a long-term investment, mainly because what's happening with the market is pretty new due to the duration of cryptocurrency. And they're still working out the bugs and the kinks, and people still trying to find a way to control it and get over on it, and everybody's getting caught. Ain't nobody paying attention. They're thinking about right now money instead of long-term money. The people in control got long-term money. Spoiler alert. You see what I'm saying? The people in control.
Oh, I see loud and clear. I see, and I'm listening to you. Bannerman, if you're out there, get on up here.
Mm-hmm. He was just broadcasting.
The Doge Father.
Mm-hmm.
Get on up here. Carlinda, how you doing?
What's up, lady?
Her story untold. Thank you for stopping in, and from beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, 2015 to see the Mets and Braves series. I was down there with a few friends.
Wow.
That was the last time I was down there. It was a great time.
She's about
I will say this much.
She's about an hour and a half away from me. She's about an hour and a half away from me. So her story untold. How you doing, lady?
Yeah, I hope you're doing well on this Sunday.
Bitcoin,
so
Ethereum. I don't know who those other 3 coins are.
Litecoin.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Doge.
No, I don't see a Doge. Hang on, let me look at the symbols real quick. Let me pull up my stash.
And Carlinda's moving to Atlanta this summer. Good for you, Carlinda.
Yeah, because where she's at.
So we'll get into this quickly. Tony D.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make sure our teen investors are doing well, are being smart. So attention, our teen investors. I don't know if they noticed, but I think over the next 3 or 4 days, if you go to latenightparents.com, Fidelity is putting together a Fidelity Youth account. It's the first brokerage account designed for teenagers. The best thing about it is parents can oversee this account. It's kind of like a green light card on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all about making our youth responsible in money and using money and learning how to manage money, because it seems like something that our kids have lost track of.
Gotcha.
You know, so what I did was I got my son a green light card because he's at the point he's going to be 14. So I was like, okay, you need to be able, and here's the crazy thing about it, Tony, it's more than just an allowance. It's more than just that. It's more, you're aligning it with, you know, here's a card, because, you know, think of what did Information Man say the other night? How many of us walk around with actual physical money? We only think about this type of stuff. I mean, you go to a ballpark. These ballparks are going full digital. There's no cash, no cash on carry. You know, so got the green light card for him. I tie it to his chores and things that he has to do. Because it's to a point where I'm like, yeah, you want an allowance? Sure, you can get an allowance. But I got to be able to manage this and help you, and help him, manage it. You know, so it's I'm doing it one way where you release X amount of cash for him to spend however he wants to spend. You're making sure he's saving X amount of cash. And then if you want to make some crazy purchase, oh no, you're not going to be able to.
Because you only get a certain amount of money every week. That's right.
Right. So that is on finances for our youngsters. I mean, we got to teach them young. I think it's really, really important about that. But along with that, we have 4 tips for, and I just want to get through a couple of these topics, and then we can chop it up.
No, we're good.
4 tips. 4 tips for student professionals to understand cryptocurrency. We'll just quickly go through this, but tell me, Tony, does this make sense for young professionals and students so that they can have the opportunity to engage with the market? Understand the market is key. Here are 4 tips and advice on how students can navigate the field better.
It is.
Look at reputable news sources. I mean, I think we need to do that now. We learned about that. Bullet point number 1, we learned about it through the 2016 election campaign. Mm-hmm. Look at reputable news sources. There's a lot of opposing opinions, just like my opinion right here by me putting that clickbait out saying, did crypto die? Is crypto dead? There's a lot of opposing opinions on cryptocurrency. Stick to the sources you trust and distribute facts on the market. Be prepared for volatility. Tony, can you give me a definition of that?
Volatility means it's going to go up, it's going to go down. There is no stability to it. Plain and simple. Just like the stock market.
Gotcha. Cryptocurrency isn't stable.
Nope.
So you got to be agile with your decisions and true to what current assets you have. Learn self-control. I think we need to do that much more in life.
Absolutely.
Before you pick up the phone and make that post on your favorite social media account, think about it before you post it. But although you can effortlessly buy it in an instance, do your research on which coins are thriving and hold off on if necessary. Can you give me a definition for commitment, Tony?
Taking an oath in a specific direction that you plan to maintain it for the rest of your life.
Got it. So for our youth, these are 4 tips for student professionals to understand cryptocurrency.
Got Banner Man. He just went live. I'm about to tell him, come on over here.
Oh, Banner Man just went live. All right.
Yeah. I'm going to tell him, come on over here.
Yeah, if you can, really quick. I think the next to last one is big on Bitcoin.
This is going to be a heavy one.
Big on Bitcoin. Because why are we big on Bitcoin? I mean, I think certain people need to be big on Bitcoin to allow it to continue to flourish. We posted this article, big on Bitcoin, and it's a microblog. And once again, so after I read this, Tony, I would like your take on Wednesday when you woke up. Our heart skipped a beat. I can tell you for one, I was like, oh man, what happened? But I don't know if we listened to Kathy Wood, the CEO of ARK. She says Bitcoin is going to touch 500K.
Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
And she says this drop is just basically Bitcoin on sale currently right now. During her interview, she also shared her environmental concerns regarding data mining, and she's optimistic that solar power adoption and mining will make Bitcoin unstoppable. What is your thoughts on Bitcoin, Tony?
Specifically, Bitcoin is the original cryptocurrency coin that everybody knows, understands, learns, and watches. They don't worry about the others. When Bitcoin goes up, everybody else is going to go up. When it goes down, everybody else is going to go down. I can question it, but that's what's been happening over the past 2 months. Actually, the past 5. The mining issue. That has been a topic of discussion for a lot of people in cryptocurrency because apparently it requires a lot of energy to do so. I fully don't understand it, but it is coming up. Solar power being used would tell me why everything is dropping, because if they change the power conduit and how they do the transactions, everybody has a chance to readjust how they're doing everything. So you bring the price down because everybody stops. Everybody dumps real quick. You set everything up in place, and then you run it back up again. I fully don't understand mining, so I'm not going to elaborate too hard on it, but those 2 stories kind of make sense to me. And the businesses are starting to adopt cryptocurrency. They got to drop the price of it for them to adopt it. Then the price will go up and everybody can make money at the same time. I see that.
Cup of Joe, how you doing?
Right.
Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for the award.
Absolutely.
Definitely appreciate it. So from that last article, so Wednesday morning, what did you do when you woke up in the morning? I mean, after you brushed your teeth, you got yourself looking all handsome and Denzel-like. What did you do when you turned on CNBC or you got that update on your phone about crypto was like taking a dump?
That was on. I got the alert on Apple News. Let me check that now that you mentioned it.
Okay. Because as you check it, I got it Wednesday morning. I got a phone call Wednesday morning, Tony. I got a phone call.
You told me that. Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. And I was just like, wait a minute, what? And they told me, don't worry.
Right.
And they told me, buy more.
As it drops, keep buying.
As it drops, and I purchased at when it was 33,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I purchased. But I can tell you this much. I looked at it this morning, and it's to a point where I'm kind of like, do I need to stop looking at it? Do I need to delete the app? What are your suggestions to people that are novice like myself? We don't know. We just know we're losing money.
Okay, let me cut you off. A crypto crash was about $1 trillion this week. How a combination of factors. $1 trillion.
I need you to stop. Time out.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that. What was that number again?
Yesterday at 2 p.m. on Apple News, CNN reported a crypto crash wiped out $1 trillion this week. How a combination of factors added fuel to an already jittery market. That's the one I think I saw. I'm looking for the other ones.
So what do the novice people do when they hear, hey, $1 trillion is out the door?
It's not just
There's no regulations.
It's everybody with no regulations. What they did was bring regulations in, and the people who had the money that was putting it in place dumped what they had because they don't want to deal with the regulations. If you are new to what's going on, truthfully, now is a good time. But why I don't want to tell you that is because the market can drop more. I'll give you a hint. As of right now, Bitcoin is at $33,000.
It's $33,000.
$33,000. 2 weeks ago, It was at what? 60 grand?
60.
60 grand 2 weeks ago.
Right.
That being said, last November, Bitcoin was at 9 grand. Let's be clear. It can keep dropping. Until they are at -0 or 0 to the -16th power, they can keep dropping.
So Tony, if it drops from 33 to 9,000, are you still going to buy? Are you still a believer?
I'm not believing until you at 0 and I can get a piece of it. And I'll tell you why. Cryptocurrency coins can go down to 0.00000, 16 zeros and a 1. There are 16 digits after the decimal point of cryptocurrency. I'll trust it at a penny. And then I got a problem because last year, what happened with oil?
Price went up?
No. When the price dropped. How far did oil drop?
Oh, when the gas it was pretty cheap. I remember when gas was pretty cheap.
Oil dropped to -$40.
I remember when the gas was pretty cheap.
Everybody should have jumped on oil back then because once oil was going to come back up, because it was, we were stupid for not having no money saved up to jump on an investment like that. Everybody would have been rich right now. You could have bought a stock of oil and made $40 just for buying a stock.
Tony, I remember when I lived in Elmont and my house took oil, and I just felt this was around 1998. Mm-hmm. I remember every time that oil truck would have to come for a delivery, and I would just cringe.
Because of how much it costs.
Yeah. It's like $800 a pop.
Yeah.
$800 a delivery.
Everybody could have made their money back last year, and I'm going to go ahead and say this. It's going to be controversial. Don't nobody like it, but I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all. I watched all of President Trump's press briefings last year. He told everybody, now was a good time to borrow because you are borrowing at 0%. This was last spring, summer. Matter of fact, it was about this time last year when he said that. And right when oil dropped, that's when they clicked on what the hell he was saying. Everything is at its lowest, and your interest rate ain't going to happen for 5 years. Do what you got to do right damn now. We ain't thinking. We spending wrong. We're not saving up for the opportune moment. We don't catch the moment when it's there. That's why a bunch of us are still broke. Let's just be clear. Chris Rock said it best. If you've got 2 jobs just to be broke, raise your hand. I've been there. I've been there.
Oh, my goodness.
We got to reinvestigate how we are to invest our money and how to learn the market and what barriers are against us. That's what I said on my cryptocurrency broadcast. The barriers that are against us, we have got to know as well. It's not just the rules and the laws. The United States, there's an article, a video I saw. I forgot the lady's name. She's big on finances. There was an actual regulation that said the United States can get their money from wherever you are in the world at any time, period. That's why I was expecting taxes on cryptocurrency. That's why I was being cautious on how I spent my money on cryptocurrency. Everybody made money for a moment. They were millionaires in January. All they ass is broke right now. And it's going to get worse because they didn't realize they were going to have to pay 20% tax on the cryptocurrency that they switched back to fiat, and some of them are going to have to pay 50 on.
So let's real briefly talk about XRP. I've been trying to purchase XRP. Mm-hmm. I live in New York. I can't. Mm-hmm.
Let me look right at you when you say this. Go ahead.
I don't care if you're using a VPN. I don't care whatever the case is. You're using this app over that app. Mm-hmm. You're going to this website. Mm-hmm. I know New York, you can't get it.
I'm going to tag somebody for you.
But I think James is telling me.
Exactly. That's exactly who I was going to hit up for you.
James is telling me how to do it, but I don't know where he lives.
He's in New York.
James is not in New York, is he?
He is.
Okay. I'll go with it.
He was the one that told me about the apps you can buy it off of. I heard about Bitmart. I'm having complications with Bitmart, but I also haven't I don't have any money to spend right now. So I haven't done anything. I just got everything set up to get in play.
So Carlinda says gas is $3.69 where she's at.
Yeah, it's about $3.40 premium here. I have seen gas go up. So anybody who up here who's a Republican or who is against Biden, they are celebrating right now because they're looking dead in our face, looking like I told you so. Straight up. I'm not even mad at them. They said that. We told you so. This is what y'all Democrats get for voting for his whatever. But I'm waiting on that stimulus check. Everybody up there,
305 in New Jersey.
Right. I'm going to tell everybody right now, whatever debt you have, clear it. That's what we should have done last year when the stimulus checks came instead of trying to ball out. Clear your damn debt. A bunch of y'all
if you're in the comment field, tell us how much is gas where you live.
Yeah. Big ups for that. Anybody who has a debt, when you get your stimulus check, you need to clear your debt. Some of y'all on unemployment, making more money on unemployment than you did working. Your ass should not be broke.
That's wait. That's a political talking point.
Okay.
We can't.
Okay. My apologies to you and to everybody on Haps. I'll say it on mine.
No.
I'll say it on mine.
What I'm saying is that a valid statement?
To me, yes. Because I've been at the poverty level. If I was at the poverty level and they would have gave me that unemployment check plus stimulus check and it was going to last for a year, I know why they ain't going back to work. Now, if you had a business that tanked due to the pandemic that never came back, you need that money to maintain home. That's why a bunch of them are still broke. I'll throw that out there too. But for the ones who don't want to go back because they don't feel like it, you all are the ones that we have a problem with. The people who cannot go to work, we do not have a problem with. If you live in rural America and your business shut down and you can't afford to move anywhere because not only is your car down, your house is in your name, and you're on family land, you don't feel like going anywhere. The kids used to wear the rat, everything is good. I understand that. It's the ones of you talking about, I ain't going back to work. My check bigger here and it's going back to work. The hell we're going back to work. Y'all are the ones we got a problem with. And it's not being disrespectful. I'm just telling you. All
no,
of us
no, no. I appreciate it.
And I'm not telling I'm just saying it to them because there's cats out here, and I heard about it down here. I didn't believe it at first. I knew people who was really going through the struggle and they needed it. They said, no, there's some real cats out here talking about they ain't going back to work. That's that bullshit. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all right now. Everybody need to go to work. If you got a family and you got a struggle, I respect it and I understand it. If you lost your business, you have nowhere to go, I respect it, I understand it. If you live somewhere, you don't want to give up your family land, there's a lot of good variables. It's the ones who sit here talking about, I ain't going back to work because I don't feel like it. Y'all the ones we got a problem with. Go back to work if you are able to. Now, if you go back to work and you're making less money, I understand that too. I'm not even going to front. I've still got a little bit of knucklehead in me. I understand that straight up. I do. I'm halfway give y'all that one. I get in trouble for that. I understand where you're coming from. But do me a favor. Get out of debt.
Yeah, you got to get out of debt.
Work on building a surplus with that money. Get the hell out of where you are and go somewhere to where you could build more than what you had where you was before, and don't get back on unemployment. That's the purpose of unemployment, to get you the hell up off, to get you on your feet and get you the hell up out of where you at.
True.
Not for you to take advantage of. I've been on unemployment and food stamps. Come see me if you want to. Come see me if you want to. I got denied food stamps, and then I got it afterwards. You will not get unemployment if you get fired from a job. But right now, he's giving unemployment to people based on a pandemic. I don't blame none of you for taking advantage of it. All I'm saying is get up on your feet, clear out what you got going on, go somewhere to where you can make it, and don't look back. Don't look back as if being don't be impoverished. Go ahead.
What about the thought of, okay, you're going to receive these benefits, hopefully most of the people that are receiving the benefits are receiving it based on the fact that, there's been a hardship or something like that.
Definitive hardship across the board. Go ahead. Definitive.
Right. But where I'm stuck is, how do we know per se that's going to get pumped back into the economy?
Because they got to spend money back into the economy. Any dollar that's made in the United States, you're going to spend back in the United States. It's like when you go to Vegas. You go to Vegas and you'll gamble, they'll let you win. Guess why? You're going to spend the money back in the city any damn way. You're not coming to Vegas making money and leaving town without having to stop some damn way. Stop it. That's not going to happen. So if you're in the United States and we give you the money, it's to re-stimulate the economy. That's why it's called stimulus package. It is to re-stimulate the economy. People were losing money, didn't have anywhere to go to, wasn't going to be able to make any money because they lost their job. The businesses went bankrupt. They got pink slips, nowhere to go, nothing to do. You got to spend money to go look for a job. You got to spend money to maintain home. You got to spend money to get some food. You got to spend money to go somewhere. All that money is going to go right back into the economy. That's why it's titled stimulus package. They were supposed to get 4 checks originally. I was telling my wife last year, she thought I was crazy. She said, we don't have that kind of money. I said, yes, we do. I listened to Andrew Yang. Y'all seen my last broadcast talking about that. I'm going to keep talking about it. That man's president. We're going to vote for his ass. I'm going to give a fuck. Nobody say we're going to be Yang gang around this bad boy. Going to be some big ass wives going around the whole damn country. I said it. I'm going to do it. I did it. I don't care. If you got money and you give it to the people, they're going to spend it right back where they're living at. Everybody is. All of us here in the United States, everybody in here make $1,000 a month. All $1,000 going right back into the United States. How? You got to buy groceries. You got to pay bills. You're going to fix your car up. You got to get gas. You got to take the kids somewhere. You got to spend money on the kids. All that is going to fall into places going to happen. But they don't want to kick it out. And, that's what I meant to say. When you was talking about the cryptocurrency and them teaching it, there's another element that they don't talk about. I learned this too.
Go ahead.
If you invest into a cryptocurrency coin, not necessarily just through the wallets. I almost said something too much, and I'm wrong.
Go ahead. Let loose.
Cryptocurrency is not just you purchasing shares. It's not just you trading the stocks. Both maneuvers count as transactions, and people are getting paid for it. Okay. Think about that for a minute. As the numbers drop, and more people buy, they still making money. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So to me, in my thought process, unfounded, just witnessing, thinking, trying to put together, all these damn coins going to come up with their own wallet in a minute.
Yes.
Shout out to Coinbase because I'm a sport Nas. I'm going to go ahead and pay me some more fees just because it's Nas. Since you own it now, I'm going to hook you up. Queensbridge represent. Go ahead and get your stuff up. I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
Right. So on Wednesday, I was on the phone with one of my buddies, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was dropping. He tried to go into Coinbase to start to sell. It was too late, Tony.
Right.
Tony, it was too late. Guess what?
He broke.
He couldn't get into Coinbase. Coinbase went down.
Yeah. Too many transactions.
Coinbase went down.
Too many transactions at once. And it wasn't so much people selling as much as they were trading. Bet money on that. They was trading, now sitting back making a killing. Every time you click a swap, it's a transaction fee. Every time you change to another, it's a transaction fee. Every time you buy something, it's a transaction fee. Every time you sell something, it's a transaction fee. I respect Nas. They told him he wasn't shit. He couldn't read, had dyslexia, and Jay-Z called him a clown. Now he making money. Come on, man. What's up, Mike? How you living? We'll be here all day on crypto. All y'all new to crypto. Y'all see them coins up there? Get the research. Don't get me started, Ted. I'm trying to behave.
The real Mike is in the building. Mike, if you want to come on up and you can educate me.
Come on, please.
Tony knows about this.
I don't know as much as y'all. I'm just talking junk. Get up here. Stop me from starting because I'm about to make shit happen. And they're going to make money and not pay me even though I got a debit card, a credit card, a damn Cash App, and a PayPal. I ain't seen a dime yet from all this advice I'm giving people.
Get up here, Mike.
Ain't nobody worried about no dips. I know they ain't. Oh, he been in since 2016. That's enough. Get on up here. Well, for real, man. Everybody look at that crypto. Get the digging. I ain't going to tell you to get broke. I'm going to tell you to look into it. That's the new money. Oh, he doing y'all work. All right, I feel you. Let's keep on listening.
Mike. Gotcha.
Keep on listening. Matter of fact, when you brought that
gotta teach the 14-year-old. See?
Wow.
Mike. Wow. To be a man. Yes, and it's true. Wow. It's true, Mike. We hope, and I'm sure you're doing it through some shape, way, or form where you're teaching them. And also, he's learning that he has to do his chores. There's an allowance. There's this. There's that. There's all of that other stuff. So we can't stop your flow. We can't stop your flow on that.
They have no fishy shit. 100%, bro. 100%. Much respect for that.
Love you for that.
Absolutely.
What else are we talking about, Tony?
You tell me, bro, before I start on this hip hop shit.
We're not gonna touch hip hop. Let's talk a little Knicks because I'm excited about the Knicks.
What time the game?
Game is at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Good. I'll be watching. I want to see. They made it to the playoffs. I'm already satisfied. Anything after right now is a bonus. Damn it, Brian. Go on with that shit.
Wait, the other night. He wanted to talk about Tim Tebow.
Bring him up. You want me to get him?
The other night, he wanted to talk about Tim Tebow.
I just invited him to hell with it.
Okay, good. I invited him too. He wanted to talk Tim Tebow. He didn't get a chance to, and he dropped because Information Man took over the broadcast.
Hey, we missed him though. Brian, we got two from the same people on the same platform. Get that ass up here.
Information Man took over the broadcast, and I was really, really, I was just in awe.
Well, Information Man comes with it, and I respect what he was saying. And Brian, we were not trying to count you out. We have been looking for that dude for a minute based on some past content he had given us. So I'll say I'm sorry for letting it happen. I will. But Information Man come with some heat. But since you up here, and there was a topic you wanted to cover that we didn't take on, please, with your water bottle while you driving and about to get a damn ticket.
Brian, what is going on with Tim Tebow, Jacksonville, Urban Meyer?
Well, listening and reading how everybody, you got half of people being positive about it, and then you got the other half being negative about it. And what I don't understand is, all he's asking for is an opportunity, and a lot of people are kind of used the little privilege card, which I find that to be stupid.
It's old now. That card is old now.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of people still kind of talk about he wouldn't get it. He wouldn't have the opportunity if it wasn't for Urban Meyer. And then the stupid talk comparing him to Kaepernick, why Tebow gets an opportunity, not Kaepernick? Mm-hmm. It's Tebow took the opportunity when Kaepernick wanted to be a little diva and wanted to do things his way. That kind of ruined it for him.
Oh boy. Okay, we can do this.
I don't get the correlation between Kaepernick and Tebow.
We can do this.
I don't I don't either. But a lot of people are like, oh, well, Tebow gets the opportunity, but Kaepernick doesn't. That's what they're like. They're trying to play that privilege card.
Well, I don't think it's a privilege
he signed for a year. I don't see it that way either.
I think it's number one. The most job if you want to look for a job, what's the best way to look for a job? Through your network contacts.
Yep.
That's the best way. I don't care who you are, what you can do. If you have what's the name? If you have a contact, you go through your network and you say, "Hey, I'm looking for an opportunity." I mean, so what? The guy gave him an opportunity. I don't get it.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
Correlation that was putting.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, they signed him for like 1 year at the bare minimum.
Well, people don't think he can play football for real as a quarterback, and everybody knows he's trying to be the starting quarterback. That's the position he wants. He wants to be starting quarterback. They gave him plenty of opportunities. Then he sat down. Of course, he could play tight end, fullback, running back. He's a big dude. He's a working dude. All the coaches respect his work ethic, and he will work at it. He just can't throw as a quarterback. So he can play a bunch of those other positions. Now, with Kaepernick, I'm going to go ahead and say it. People don't realize, and it was stated on ESPN itself, it wasn't necessarily the teams that didn't want Kaepernick. It was the sponsors of those teams that told one team specifically, if you bring this man on your team, we will no longer support your efforts. And that team was the New York Giants. Do you remember that, Ted?
Wait, with the New York Jets or with the... Wait, oh, no, you're talking about Kaepernick. You're not talking about Tebow.
I'm talking about Kaepernick with the Giants.
Yes,
the people above the NFL teams are stopping Kaepernick from coming in. Kaepernick's trying to put the blame on what's his name, Roger Goodell. I disagree with that shit. I disagree with it entirely because the fans want Kaepernick back. The teams don't give a damn. If you want to play. Y'all already know if you sign him to your team, your stadium's going to be packed. He was about to go to Baltimore. People were already buying his jersey. He didn't even make it. But he's too socially conscious.
Are we talking about Tebow or are we talking about Kaepernick?
I'm talking about Kaepernick. With Tebow is so Christian, they don't respect him. And they've said it. They have said it. They do not respect him because he is so Christian. He is not violent enough. That's one of the things that came out about him when he got drafted. But he gets his shape. He goes to work. He will play the game. He's a dual sport athlete. It's disrespectful because there's a bunch of other guys that would have hooked up. And I'm not even the biggest Tebow fan. I'm just calling what I'm seeing. Kaepernick was a little social conscious. He was too much for them. He took a knee during the flag. People tried to put on the military. It had shit to do with the military. It had shit to do with what was going on in the news and why everybody been rioting and protesting. That's why people got the game all twisted. He wasn't even the best quarterback. He was 4-13 before he left. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
His numbers weren't the best, but people just think he needs to go back. Yeah.
Yeah, Kaepernick is nothing without Jim Harbaugh.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, come on. How in the hell do you lose your starting position to Blaine Gabbert?
Wait, I got to put on the screen. I got to read this on the screen. The real Mike says they hated Cap because he's black. They hate Tebow because he's a Christian. Sounds like we should all be friends.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And you know what? He is 100% correct. He's 100% correct. But that is hilarious.
Tru Armor, if you want to come up, you can come up. Because he's talking about don't talk sugar honey iced tea about Kaepernick.
Right. We can't even agree on the facts of Kaepernick. Because the underground information,
come on up.
The underground information hasn't come out. What they put out in the public, and a bunch of us know better. The man said specifically himself, the reason he took a knee is because he was protesting social justice.
Yeah,
Tebow was taking a knee on the field because he was praying.
Yeah.
So you want to hear the truth out of the horse's mouth. He gave you the truth, and it still wasn't understood and respected.
I mean, unfortunately, Cap's not going to be able to get back into the league.
They're not going to let him.
Only if it's, I think maybe in some type of front office type position.
No.
It's above.
You don't think so?
It's above front office.
He'd be lucky if they asked him to be a commentator.
You're right.
I don't see him being a commentator. I was thinking like in someone's diversity front office, player development front office. He's not touching the field ever again.
Not in the NFL.
No, they don't want to. They don't want to deal with him. Period.
Not in the NFL. And they paid him. Part of the payment that he received from his lawsuit was he can't discuss the issue anymore. So that whole situation dead and resolved. People got to realize that as well. Kaepernick probably ain't gonna come back. It's been too many years now, and I could really say that. I mean, he can go to CFL. He can go to XFL. He could have went to the AAF. They would have all survived the first season.
No, XFL reached out to Kaepernick to give him an opportunity.
I heard.
And the one thing that Kaepernick asked for was, can you pay me $20 million? So like, no.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So now he wants the money that he's entitled to, and since they won't give it to him, he won't play.
Okay.
Now, he's been to the Super Bowl. He's supposed to get some good dollars.
I think Tru Armor is up here, so get ready.
I haven't seen it.
There's going to be a whirlwind.
I know.
There's going to be a whirlwind.
I know it. While we've been giving Cap love.
But I
mean, we can't agree on that.
But as far as like
here we go.
Yeah, as far as Tebow goes, I'm happy for Tebow.
Here we go. He got a tank top on
but
too.
Wait, but before we bring Tru Armor on live, my question is to Brian. Do you think he makes the team as a tight end? Yes or no?
I probably think so, but probably like he'll probably end up being like special teams for a bit. That's the only thing. If he does make the team, they'll probably have him on special teams, and maybe some trick plays. That'll probably be it.
So he'll get a package.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's getting paid at the bare minimum.
Okay.
And all he's asking for is an opportunity. That's it.
But he's had opportunities too. That's the controversy right now. He's had plenty of opportunities.
Tru Armor's in the building.
What's good, Tru?
What's going on, guys?
Come on, bring that heat. We're waiting for it. Come on, bring the heat.
Well, sports isn't my thing, but I think Kaepernick slips into politics, and I think talking about him, and all of a sudden saying that he wasn't good is not really accurate. I mean, not very many people go to Super Bowls. I keep having to remind people, and he went, right? And me and Ted had this conversation before on another pod many moons ago. And I think he sort of tripped into social justice when he wanted to be a football player. And the NFL arrayed themselves against him. And what he protested is still going on, right? The cops just killed Ronald Johnson on the side of the road, right? So that's what he was talking about. So if you want to talk like sports, keep it. I mean, it just you can feel the what's the word I'm looking for?
Angst.
The hint of another conversation going on as you talk about them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It hangs in the air. So I just think, to be honest, I think a lot of the problem that America has right now is nobody's honest. And you know me, I'll say it. So Colin Kaepernick gets a lot of love from a lot of people who aren't even sports fans, much less football fans, right? Because he like I said, sort of wandered into social justice sort of by accident. And, the president can say the place isn't racist. The vice president can say the place isn't racist. The NFL commissioners and owners can say that it's not racist. But the fact that, they stood against, I forgot the guy's name, the gay guy, right? Boys culture, they stood against the religious guy. And they stood against the social justice guy, all while propping up like this military deal of women's cancer. It's pink was every place, right? Like guys don't get cancer. You think that NFL would be for, men getting testicular cancer and checking themselves out, but no, it's for women's cancer. Pink every place. So the game that they were playing, you can obviously see what they wanted. They wanted big numbers and no drama, and to ingratiate themselves into I guess, women them. And I think that was because there was drama with how men were treating women for like 10 years prior to the NFL accepting all this pink. So while they're trying to do that and got the middle of the turbo, all of a sudden, Kaepernick comes to the front and, like I said, sort of slips in this social justice thing, which is fine. But to say that he wasn't good at his gig is not accurate. And when they gave him a second shot, they wanted him to sign all this ridiculous things about, we're going to give you a shot, but don't talk about it. You can't film it, and this will be it. And, you know, so it all of it just looks dishonest, quite frankly. And if you're going to have an honest conversation about a dishonest thing, I think you're going to run into all sorts of problems. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you for joining us. we're just happy to have you here. There was a discussion earlier today about is rap crap.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to wait for the rest of that?
No. Not with us. There was another stream with the Sunday Night Smoke team on how hip hop is in the crapper.
Yeah.
I didn't join it. I made a few comments and I just kept it there. But
just
I don't know.
Form, right?
I don't know.
Some people still making an art form, but everything can't be about. They've been rapping about the clubs for 30 years now. I'm like, get out of the club, get home. Jeez. So like, the clubs are not church. So, but yeah, it is what it is, man. But I think that they don't give young people a chance to like anything else because they only give them the same nonsense of, you know, shake it and shoot at it and smoke it, and that's the majority of the pantheon of modern rap music. It's funny. Yesterday I went down a rabbit hole of Sam Cooke music.
Okay.
And which led me into like some Beatles stuff and some old 70s Rod Stewart stuff, you know. And then I started thinking about what do I like today, right? And I'm beginning to realize I've always liked acoustics, like guitar, banjo, singer, you know, not all the production. And I think I'm sort of sliding more back into that until rap gets its act together. Because I still think it's water, man. It's everybody can utilize rap music. I mean, everybody around the world raps in 1,000 languages, right? You don't need to be able to sing. You just need to be good at your meter and poetry. But what you say matters, right? It's nice that it's super accessible, but it's super accessible to the idiots and the morons and the con men too. Surely, and I'm sure that there are some rappers out there who are good. We're just not getting to see them because somebody's saying, yeah, that won't sell. What do you got about, you know, bitches and hoes and guns and drugs? Meanwhile, he's you know, or she is on some really great next level Beatles shit that could be for rap music or country music or whatever the thing is. But the people who handle it won't let you listen to something new because all the money is reliably in what they're always steadily giving you. So I don't know.
Brian, you have any parts on that? Because I do have a question for you, but if you want to talk about is rap crap?
Yeah, rap is crap. I mean, lately though, the only, as far as like rap goes, I've been listening to Tom McDonald and Nova Rockefeller. That's pretty much the only thing that I really do enjoy listening to. But other than that, to Armor's point, is like I've been listening to a lot of instrumental jams, like instrumental jazz, instrumental reggae, instrumental coffee shop music. I mean, it's just music. Music nowadays, I have no interest for it.
Yeah.
So like, I don't listen to real live radio. I'll listen to like my playlist. In regards with rap, because you know they give you, depending on what state you are in or what city you're in, they're going to give you two stations to listen to. They play exactly the same music.
Yes.
You know, within the hour, you'll hear that same song twice. That's in the rotation. But I guess
you don't hear that from Tom McDonald.
My question to you is,
well, I don't want to hate on all raps. Some of it, I heard a song by what's his name? Poppin' Tags, where he's talking about wearing your grandfather's clothes, right?
Oh, yeah, Ryan McElmore.
Right. It's funny, it's witty, it's clever, it's something new, it's interesting. The beat was still smoking. I was like, all right, I can get behind this. And, it was a nice change of pace for then the next 10 minutes. It was like with what we were talking about. But yeah, that Macklemore song, I was really feeling it.
Right. That song was funny. He was running through the thrift store and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that video was hilarious. Oh my god.
There's a video. I got to catch the video.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Like the bass hits so hard, I have to turn down the volume on my subwoofer.
I hear you.
I'm like, man, I don't want to blow. Yeah, I don't want to blow my woofer, man. I'm like, oh shit.
What's happening?
No, but like Tom McDonald, you don't hear him on the radio because he's too real, and so you can find him on YouTube, and a lot of people rave about him on YouTube because he does how he got noticed was because he did a lot of political rapping about political stuff.
Okay.
And then his girlfriend Nova Rockefeller, she's got her little flavor too.
Okay.
And there's some songs where they do together. It's really really good, but.
So what kind of music is it?
He just,
what kind of music is what?
Nova Rockefeller and Tom McDonald. So it's rap music.
He's pretty much rap.
I remember you said something earlier about
Just check him out.
You're going in and out a little bit, Brian. Your audio's going in and out a little bit.
Yeah, you're slowing down a bit.
Yeah, he about to lose a signal in a second, wherever he's sitting at. Brian, if you can hear us, your audio's acting up, man. Just so you know. Yeah, but true, you missed that broadcast earlier. Hip hop rap the crap.
Yeah,
yeah, man. He was.
Wow, man. He's been a lot. I was on his, not that one, but the one before that. But man, I would have loved to have done.
It's still acting up, Brian. Keep trying though. We're still acting up. I think your signal's low.
Yeah, it could be anything from cloud cover to yeah.
Rap music, but.
Yeah, you still breaking up. You all right, though.
What you can do is you can kill your camera and use your mic, and maybe that'll give you some bandwidth room.
Pull it to the house.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Probably got to reconnect towers, too. I learned that game about 10 years ago.
Man, I got to shave my melon.
Man, I did mine last night. All right, Ted's back. Brian will lose the signal, bro. He'll be back in a second.
Yeah, no, I kind of saw that. Reezy Bags, thank you for chiming in. I hope I pronounced that the right way.
Right.
I never heard Tom music.
That's what they were talking about earlier. I never heard it either.
I wanted to ask Brian, how's he smoking his what's the name?
His what?
The food that he's making.
Oh, yeah. When he come back, ask him. Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna refresh.
Issue down here. Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, you good. You good. He's gonna refresh his page. He's back in a second.
So, can we talk about the Knicks real quick?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Julius Randle.
Oh, before we even talk about the Knicks, I'm gonna take all of us down for a sec.
Okay.
My guy yesterday. Big shout out. Let's see.
Are we no longer live?
No, we're live. We're
Okay.
live. We're live. Big shout out to my son. His team, the Long Island Panthers, won again.
Nice.
They are 4-1. I'm not sure of there's going to be like some type of tournament. I just hope I won't have to drive back out to New Jersey.
You will.
Way out in Eastern Long Island. I really, some of those drives I really don't, look forward to. But the moment I could tell you from, being a dad and having a son and, stuff like that where you just kind of, you feel proud.
Right.
You definitely do feel proud. So I wanted to give him a shout out. I'll get a picture of him with his new uniform because I have pictures of his old uniform. I just thought I would mention that.
Right. Big ups, man. Big ups.
Yeah. So, I don't know. You want to talk Knicks?
Julius Randle. That's all I got.
Julius Randle. Does he get a max deal?
He should.
He should.
But they're in the playoffs. Go ahead.
So is he a max player? If you've been a 7-year vet and you've been on, this is your third team, does that kind of knock you out from getting a max deal or a mini max deal? No. How does that work?
With that team, no, because the team's been in a playoff drought for how long?
8 years.
Thank you. He deserves the money.
Okay. I just still want to also bring up Kawhi to New York, especially after last night when I saw how they just fell apart. Kawhi Leonard, Uncle Dennis will be in New York. Here's who he's going to sign with because the Clippers, I don't believe in them. He's going to either sign with New York Knicks, LA Lakers, and my third team, which you're not going to like. My third team is the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, my God.
All they do is sign all-stars.
First of all, I forgot about the Lakers conversation that did come up when he was in Toronto.
Yes.
I forgot about that. And that's a high possibility because he's from California. He's from LA.
He's from Cali. He wanted to go to the Lakers.
Supposed to go to Cali because a bunch of them was from out there. Him, Russell Westbrook. So I want you to imagine both LA teams with all them boys on there. Just straight up. Now, if he goes to Brooklyn, that's an undefeated team.
Nah, he's not coming to Brooklyn. I was just gas.
I can see, you know why I can see it happening? Because that owner will do it.
Yeah, the owner will do it. He doesn't care about luxury tax.
No,
he doesn't care about any of that stuff.
That's why Brooklyn's about to be the shit. You got an owner that don't care about luxury tax, and the same thing happened with the Lakers back in the day. They signed everybody they could. So
he don't care about it.
He goes to Brooklyn. Oh my God. And the pandemic's over. Shit. They'll get rid of Kyrie for that.
And it's over.
They'll get rid of Kyrie.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at Kyrie.
I read an article. I don't know if I can grab it and put it. It was about Kyrie Irving. All the stuff that he does off the court, Tony. Oh my goodness.
He's a Muslim. He's against the social injustice. He's making his stand.
All the stuff he does off the court, your head would explode.
Yeah, the social stuff and the philanthropic efforts and everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
philanthropic.
I heard. Philanthropic. Thank you. I couldn't get it out. Appreciate you. All that stuff. Yeah, I heard about all that. It wasn't just about the movie. It wasn't just about the money. He got a purpose, and he's doing it. He said that in his interview too.
Yeah, he's really doing it. He's really doing it.
And if he's gone, Kawhi's coming.
Yeah, I really wouldn't want to see him go because, the guy is,
he can ball. He said he
misunderstood.
Don't care about basketball no more. He said that himself. He don't care about basketball no more.
He don't care about basketball. They don't like the fact that he said that. I just put it I'm putting it now into the comments. That's a great story. If you get a chance, it's real thorough. So it's like, if you had a physical newspaper, I know people don't do that stuff anymore. It's like almost 3 pages.
Right. You can pull it up.
3 pages.
I think I can pull it up on Apple News. I can pull up the post.
Yeah. True, you got anything you want to talk about? We're at the 1 hour mark. Anything you want to get off your chest?
My whole thing is the police misconduct. So I think it would take a hard, painful kind of like turn if I got into this. But I've been thinking a lot about, like I said, Ronald Green. And so, yeah, I don't know, man. It's the environment is will play with your head. So I think maybe all of us need to sort of fall into doing something that we enjoy as get a hobby. If you had one, restart it. If you never had one, look into one. Just because the environment is just really, really, it's taxing on your mental status. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, everybody's talking about mental health. I think that a lot of that could be helped out by, I don't know, working out, playing regular card games with people that you like, talk to people that you love,
Get up and out.
Because, you got to get it out. And it doesn't seem to be going away. So you got to do one of those.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about one last article that we had posted up there this past week. Colleges pilot free online reskilling program. We got about 9 colleges throughout the United States that are piloting technology-focused career training initiatives.
They're calling it reskilling?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to call it something.
These college people, that is the worst name, reskilling.
Well, don't focus so much on the name, but focus on the initiative.
Right.
And the fact that Verizon is really heavily behind it, and they're leading this workforce and education nonprofit that's in collaboration with Generation USA. We got the listings of the various colleges. They're saying it's going to stand to about 15 colleges, and it focuses on web development, IT support, cloud computing support.
So you're going to learn how to
focus on the skills students need for in-demand technology careers.
Okay, that's
program track boasts an 80% completion rate and about a 75% employment rate for graduates. Where are the jobs? If we're not getting into technology, if we're not getting into, please, where are the jobs going to be?
It's a good question. I think the jobs are going to be where they've always been, right? People still need to have stuff bussed in and trucked in and trained in and shipped in. People are still going to need restaurant staff and library staff. And we're a social animal. It's not like you can just sit home and order up everything. And you know what I mean? And we all can't be internet trillionaires. So, I don't know. I think there's going to be a ton of jobs. I just think they're just going to be low wage BS jobs, right? And if you send everybody to college, you can't have a nation full of lawyers or doctors, right? There has to be a scale. If everybody's a doctor, then nobody's a doctor. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. There has to be a ladder. We'll see what happens.
Tony, any final thoughts on crypto?
On crypto, nah. You nailed it pretty good. I know I said my piece more than once. We good on that. I'm going to finish watching this Kwame Brown video. His brother's going in. Brother's calling him out.
Just let the other side of America and the world know. You don't have to go into it too deep, but Kwame Brown has been trending for the last week.
Kwame Brown.
No, Kwame Brown did not get shot.
I don't know who Kwame Brown is. You want to give us some backstory?
He was a Laker, and he faced a lot of criticism while he was playing basketball.
Okay.
His career's pretty much done, and he just decided to go talk about
both barrels on the way out.
Everybody said about him. Yeah, he's just going in. It's about an hour and change. I'm not even done watching it, but he's giving them the business.
Yeah.
As a grown man, he's not just trash talking. He's giving them the business as a grown man. He calling out everybody. Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes. Oh, my God. Thank you, Tina. Appreciate you, lady.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you for subscribing. Everyone in the comment field, want to thank you guys for joining. Brian, Tru, Tony D, as usual. Big shout out to Rich Valdez. Big shout out to Sunday Night Smoke podcast. And we had a session yesterday with Todd Bascom, Danny Thompson, where we talked NHL, we talked NBA, we talked a little crypto today. So kind of varying. We focus on technology, and we talk some social justice. So
had my drive by social justice.
Say it again.
I said, had my drive by about social justice.
Yes, yes. Right. We talked a little social justice also, and we try to check as many boxes as we can. You know, it might not make everyone happy, but
right.
Just bring the truth to the issue. We'll say the opinions later. Bring the truth to the issue. Everybody subscribe to each other, broadcast what you want, talk about what you want, bring up a real topic. Everybody gets in, all that good stuff, man. That's what we do up here.
Really. You guys made a hell of a podcast for this week. I want to thank you guys for that. It will be streaming on iHeartRadio. We will put out the link later in the broadcast. And so, Tony, are you coming back on later today before the Knicks game or no?
I might. My son will be in about an hour. Spend some time with him, trying to get him situated. Then I might come up for a little bit. I'll watch the game. We'll see how pissed I get. I'm just to the politics. I haven't really watched basketball this season.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't really, because the bubble's killing me. So now that it's over.
Well, no, the fans are back.
I know, but can they start playing defense?
The fans are back.
If you watch the Knicks, you'll see a team that plays defense.
I got that part, and they're going up against the Hawks. Got a lot of offense. So Frank, I forgot his name. I can't pronounce his last name. The dude they drafted from France, that's major on defense. He's got a whole Trae Young down. Julius Randle got a whole. Yeah, Frank Nitty. He got a whole Trae Young down, and if DeAndre Hunter comes back, we got problems because he's the truth.
That is.
It's been a while since I watched basketball. You're telling me they're drafting dudes from France?
They're drafting everybty from overseas, bro.
How bad is the basketball?
I'm gonna need you to get back into the world, bro. They've been drafting Europeans for 20 years, bro. Dirk Nowitzki was from over there. They got Luka Doncic, who was the.
I thought the pipeline was college basketball. I thought they were all the best in the world.
Not anymore. Zion came out of Duke and North Carolina. I forgot which one of them blue team colleges he came up out of, but yeah, we got some overseas players that's doing the damn thing straight up, not just hooking up. But Frank's will be major on defense, so he got to hold down Trae Young. I know Julius Randle's going to have a problem in the paint because Atlanta's got some ballers. We're just going to give them their credit. They just got to get somewhere. The Knicks got to do the same thing right now. So this is a pretty good competition right here.
Yes. So with that, we're going to close this out. This is Late Night Parents, latenightparents.com. Make sure you subscribe to Tony D, Tru Armor, Brian, and everyone else. We want to thank you, and we will see you on the next broadcast.
Big up, show.